Welcome. This video is going to go over one of the steps in both the build and load process in PowerScheduler on how to create a course catalog for your new scenario that you have created. Prior to doing this, you do want to make sure that you have the steps prior completed. You want to make sure that you have a new year created at the district and school level. You want to make sure that you have run the auto scheduler setup and set the schedule year. If you are doing the load process, you're going to want to make sure that you have copied over a master schedule, and then you are going to want to create your course catalog for both the build and load processes. So we're going to go to PowerScheduler first. I'm going to scroll down on the left under Applications and click on PowerScheduler. So if you've completed all the steps prior to this and you are ready to create a course catalog, you should see a scenario with the name you created that's currently active for 23-24. The scheduling year should say 23-24. And then of course, if you are doing a load, you would have wanted to have already copied over your master schedule as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a course catalog. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on Course Catalogs on the left-hand side. And if you do not currently see a 23-24 catalog, then you would want to click on New and create a new one. You're just going to give it a name, typically the year name, and then you can add in a description, and then you would click Submit. When you do that, your course catalog is going to show up here, except it is going to look like this one where it says not an active catalog. In order to make it look like this and say active, there is one other step that we need to complete. So once it is listed here and says not active catalog, what we're going to do is go back to our scenario and attach it. So I'm going to go over here to my scenarios link. And then I'm going to click into the name of my scenario that I created, and that is my active scenario. So I'm going to click here. And where this drop down box is blank for you, you would want to select the name of the course catalog you just created. Scroll down to the bottom and click Submit. Once you do that, you can navigate back to your course catalog, and it will now have the active status, and you will be able to edit your course catalog. You're going to want to click right here to edit your course catalog, not over here. So I'm going to click on Edit Course Catalog. And this is where all of the courses that have been made available to my school for the 23-24 school year are going to be listed here. And I can select and deselect classes that I need or do not need. And then once I'm finished, I will go all the way to the bottom and submit. Now, it is suggested that in here you do actually deselect the courses that you're not going to need, because later when you're working within PowerScheduler, maybe in the visual scheduler, or maybe when you're looking at a list of courses, the list including all of these classes is going to be very long. So you don't want to have to sort through classes that you're not going to be using at all. So deselect those and then come down here to the bottom and click Submit. And then you have your course catalog. Let me show you what I meant about making sure you deselect those. If you come down here on the left-hand side and you click on Courses, you'll notice I did not deselect any courses that I did not need. And so now when I'm working with courses, I have to scroll through all of the courses. And I may not need all of these visual arts. I may not need all of these hundreds of courses that I have. So it's just very helpful to go in and select and deselect courses as needed. If you find that maybe you're working later on in Visual Scheduler down here at the bottom, and you need to create a course in somebody's schedule, you want to drag and drop that course in, but you don't see the course listed here, then you may not have made that course available in your course catalog. So you can always make edits. If I go back to PowerScheduler and back to my course catalog and click Edit Course Catalog, I could find that course I needed and make sure that it has a check mark here. If I do not see that course in my list, then I need to check and see if it was made available to me by my district in the course setup for 23-24. So that is the process of creating a course catalog. You would need to do this in both the build and the load process.